It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to part 2.
Our 12 o'clock hour.
The 12 o'clock hour. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, Chicago, New York. And again, we got renewed in Boston. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you too.
Which is very nice to hear. Achoo.
Achoo Pikachu.
And with the millennials, you like my new stuff? Look, there goes the New York skyline.
You like that?
Yes, I do.
My Dawn doll is back, I see. She's got her wand in hand.
And Maverick put the wand in hand. Can you even see that? That's an amazing thing that you found that.
I didn't. I was gifted the wand. The Dawn doll I found. The Dawn doll I found.
Which is a real doll, by the way.
Those are the only dolls I had growing up.
You only have one doll?
No, I only had, there's a lot of Dawn dolls.
Well, here, I'll give you another doll.
I never had Barbie dolls. I always had the Dawn dolls, and they used to sell them at the toy store. Dawn dolls, a whole collection. I wonder if my mom still has them. I'll have to ask her. In my Barbie case. Can you imagine seeing my Barbie case? It was a pink Barbie case. I'm going to look for it.
I had a Barbie case.
Did you?
Yeah, I mugged my cousin. I took her Barbies.
It was a pink Barbie case with a blonde Barbie on the front. I think that all the vinyl had ripped off, and inside was all my Dawn dolls. I think none of them ever had clothes on, though. Goes back to Ned's conversation.
You're like Ned.
You're always dressing the dolls up.
I know. Everybody's always naked dolls. Do you remember the Easy Bake Oven?
Of course.
Remember that? You guys had the Easy Bake Oven? You remember
the Easy Bake Oven?
Easy Bake Oven? No? Sit over here so we can put you on camera.
You cooked everything with a light bulb. That's about how I still cook things.
It was a light bulb, right? So my cousin Wilfredo decides to put a candle because the light bulb blew out. Puerto Ricans don't know how to put a new light bulb on. So he puts a candle inside the Easy Bake Oven. He put it by the mattress, and the mattress caught fire.
Oh my gosh!
And the fire department came, and they're turning stuff out. And here comes the mattress. They throw it outside, and there's Wilfredo getting smacked by my arm. And I'm saying, wait, what did you do? The light bulb went out. We wanted to make the cake because the heat on the light bulb used to rise the dough.
We should get an Easy Bake Oven. You know, there's no more National Toy Store, is what they were talking about on all these shows yesterday. And someone referred to FAO has reopened, but apparently that's not a national toy store chain. That is a local New York type of go in, have fun. FAO has reopened.
Did they take over for Toys R Us?
No, so the point was they're not a national toy store. They're a local novelty toy store. Yeah, but they went out of business and now they're back. They've reopened, I guess, in Manhattan is what I think.
I didn't know that. You remember the movie where they used to play with the piano and the guy was dancing?
Mm-hmm. Big. With Tom Hanks. I'm on all cylinders firing today. Beware, baby.
I want to have a piano here on the floor. So we could do
that would be so much fun. I'm going to look for one. You know, it's Cyber Monday. I bet we can find one at a good deal.
If you have a piano for the floor.
An electric keyboard for the floor. Can you imagine? Dan would go crazy. How much fun would that be?
It would be tremendous.
All right, I'm going to look. Unless anyone knows where we might find one. Troy. I need to thank Troy.
Yes.
Shout out to Troy DeLuca for registering the first coin. Troy, you don't even have a coin. We need to get you a coin, but I don't know what you registered. But thank you for going on our website. It has now been launched. Thank you, Gio Santori, for launching it. It is brooklyncafe.tv. We need to still add our sponsors, but now you can register the coins.
Yes.
Someone on Instagram asked if they can purchase the coins, the Hope Hearts.
Well, we have to give our guests coins. You got to give the interns coins so everybody can register the coin.
The Hope Hearts. I brought one to my dad in the hospital the other day,
Did
and
you register that one?
I need to tell him to register it. And I went and I picked one for him, and it says smile. And the thing about my dad is he always tells everyone don't smile. So the fact that I got the one that says smile was so perfect for him. And he held it. He was in ICU, and he held it all weekend long. And he said, "This heart is what healed me." And he is now out of ICU.
There you go.
So whatever it takes, we have the Heart Hopes, and we should sell them on our website.
Okay.
We should put a shop. We should put a link so people can purchase them.
Okay.
Because not everyone can get to Florida, so I think we should add that in.
Worldwide.
And we're gonna get one over to Jennifer and to Ned as well. We've got Jennifer Martin, Move in Faith, which I love.
This is a different type of segment, Moving Faith, with Jennifer.
And I loved when you were here the last time. We didn't get to hear enough about you and what you do. But, right, it's all about faith and hope, always.
Always.
But how do you put that into movement?
So I think Move in Faith really comes from any time you're letting go of that indecision and doubt and fear. And I think, the faith part comes in is because we're always being called to something new, something expansive. It's uncomfortable, but it requires us to kind of let go of our current circumstances and conditions and the unproven hope to have better gains.
Well, it's a really good point. If you can let go of your control, which is the hardest thing to do, right? Is let go of control and just let faith take over. You're pretty good at that. You always say, have faith.
Well,
Let it go.
I got a question. Because what happens is when you're faced with something that pulls you out of your comfort level,
Always.
you sort of then back away and you don't pursue it. I love making people out of their comfort level to see how they handle it. Love it. I do it to everybody. Like, I may take Monica and just sit her here because she doesn't want to be on camera, right? But she like behind. I can put the camera behind you. But the funny thing is that what do you do when people don't go forward because they feel uncomfortable out of their environment?
I think it's understanding what's holding you back. I
Fear.
think it gives you, an understanding of that. Sometimes, though, it's maybe not a clarity in purpose, so not knowing where you feel directed or called to. So one course that we're doing is to really kind of bring clarity, either by, some people really see in images and visions, some really kind of see themselves as a person, so kind of self-identifying those characteristics that you want to live by. Or most of us are really moved by feelings, so really kind of identifying that desire, and if you were looking for that type of feeling, what would need to change in your life to kind of work backwards?
So how do you do it?
How do I do it? I mean, I think it works in a lot of different ways. I mean, I think one of my big things on kind of the four pillars of change is you need a purpose backed by desire, you need a plan backed by faith, you need persistence, and you need the right people around you. So I think the challenge is creating that desire that's going to pull you forward. So the desire
I have some of those
becomes more
things, but
powerful
they
than
don't go
fear.
together, like purpose and desire. I had the desire, but I didn't have the purpose, right? I had the faith, but I didn't have the plan. So I have some of those, but not,
Right,
they
so
don't
it's
go
getting-
together,
it's
right? You
getting
and I have no
really
plan, we just
clear.
go.
It's getting
that
clear
is a
on those
plan.
four things, but those four things have to happen in conjunction.
I feel like we need to mix and match them.
You see, but sometimes what you deem a plan, because in your mind has to work with these boxes.
Well, it's that control thing, right?
It's a control thing, and I think that's really important. I think a plan can really sometimes just mean the next step, and sometimes it's even the acknowledgement that we don't have a plan. So what would be the next step to start moving to find a plan?
All right, I get that.
So it's kind of just breaking it down into the steps. I'm big on teaching people goal setting, but again, unless you have a proven track record of setting goals and achieving them, I'm not somebody that encourages someone to really have these big goals, because the reality is they don't have the belief and they don't have the track record and internal really drive to believe that that's possible or true. So it
So
falls
you
by the
see
wayside.
this in people, and how do you tell them to change so that they can get to that point?
I think there's a little bit, and this is the great part of where tension comes in. I think tension is needed. It's healthy to have a little bit of discomfort or discord, or we're real big on seeing what someone else has and wanting to desire to do that. And I'm big on holding that and consider what if that was possible for you. The fact that somebody else has it should be your proof that it is possible.
Does exist.
But you
It does
can't tell
exist.
people to change.
You can never tell people to change.
Right, so you can't say you need to change. They can only change or grow if they feel within themselves,
Right.
or it just happens, right? Because everyone here, I don't think anyone came in and said, wait, I need to change.
Well, they're here,
It
aren't
has
they?
evolved
But
into
they,
have
but they
change.
came. So the first step that they did say, I'm looking for change.
Like when I came working with you.
It took 4 years for that to happen.
But then,
But you came forward.
But
Yes.
usually what happens, right? Somebody waits till it's so uncomfortable that they're forced to make a change.
that was pretty much what happened.
So how do you
True.
work with that awareness to kind of notice that discomfort, those dissensions within, to kind of move you forward before that, and to understand, a big part of what you're talking about is our self-image. And I think it's important to, number one, to understand how we're shaped. So to kind of unlock that code, that unique DNA of, what our spiritual gifts are, what our passions are, what our abilities, our personalities, and our experiences, because all those are different for everybody. And to work on that message. And to really kind of say, okay, if you were to just teach something and offer people peace, what would that look like? What do your passions look like? I think a lot of our culture kind of focuses on the things that we're weak at, or comparing it in someone else's voice, and I think that's a disservice.
Well, that's the other thing is, right, we compare ourselves to others. Ned, right, you compare yourselves to the cartoonists, different artists.
Absolutely. I compare myself to my peers. I want to be respected by my peers. And then sometimes I want to, beat them.
But to compare
wanna
yourself,
feed 'em.
you can't compare yourself. You just have to do you.
I don't compare myself.
Can you imagine us comparing our show to anybody else?
I don't do that.
We can't.
And how many shows do we produce? I don't do that. I've never ever cared.
You want to get a mic? Okay.
No, he wants to be grumpy. I never ever sat and compared notes with people. I don't want them to mimic what I do because it's not dumb. I love the fact when you have 20 people, you want to see a great show, you bring those 20 ideas forward, whether I like what I hear or not.
Well, I think it too. Are you living from a place of abundance or a place of fear or scarcity? I think that
How do you
each of us
separate that?
has the message. Well, I think if you operate out of fear, I either kind of define that as you believe something you have is going to be taken away, or you don't have enough of something to begin with.
Boy, that's a good one.
Which one? Which part of it?
Taken away.
So I
Most
think
people
that's
live in
what
fear because they're
they
afraid
think
they're
either
going to
something
take
they
something
have is going to
away.
be lessened or taken away, or they don't have enough of something.
So they want to hold on to what they have.
Hold on to it.
And they end up smothering it.
Faith says it's abundant. Faith says I'm going to reach a different audience and have a, the real big word out there right now is tribe. I'm going to have a different tribe, as somebody else, because the way I present things, my personal stories and my experiences, the way that I interpret life is going to be different. So I don't have to compete with the next person. There's room and space for
Well, let me
Okay,
ask
so-
you, how did you get to, she's
Yeah,
so
I was
young,
saying-
how did you get to this point in your
How-
life,
I think
right?
it's probably everyone thinks, but I really appreciate that.
Are you a coach?
You're younger than we
Yes,
are.
so
You're a coach.
I coach and speak on goal set mindset. and
Okay,
leadership
now
training.
did someone teach you this, or is this something you've always done?
I think it's years of self-reflection. I think it's that ability to kind of pause.
Years of self-reflection.
And challenging and growth.
So you're like a positive role model speaker.
I would love to be a positive role model for people. I think I'm just out here to share, again, my passions and my purpose. Initially it started out, this is, over 12 years ago. And I made a transition and a leap of faith. I left corporate America, which I was very good at, and ended up opening yoga studios because I had a passion for yoga. I had a passion to challenge people and let them see what was possible before they ever thought it was. And so it was a discipline, the physical for me. But with that came a mindset. And really being able to help people achieve, the next level. And just following that path for myself led to a whole host and interesting.
Has it changed your life?
I think everything has, you can't experience anything that doesn't have some sort of impact and change.
Corporate America to what you're doing now is a big change.
It's a big change.
What's great is I actually go back now and speak with corporate America and kind of work with, I think that's the next wave of how do you empower people to understand their role in a movement and a purpose, and kind of getting real clear on that for companies, because I think companies have a really great way of understanding their what and their how, but the real successful ones are the ones that are identify the why, because it's the why, it's the purpose, it's the movement, it's the beliefs and behaviors that people see themselves in, and then move forward with
I have
that.
so many things going through my head right now. I'm going to try and pick them out one at a time, like cherry picking. And thank you, Dr. Dora, for sending my dad a speedy recovery and the Talking Barbies. There's all kinds of conversations going on our thread right now. But there's the corporate America part of what I'm thinking, right? You go in, you clock in, you do what you do for corporate America. Why? Because that's what you're told to do. And then there's the other side of what we get to do, what you get to do, what Ned gets to do, the creative mind of talking to people, doing your art, painting, creating. Then you're fulfilling a purpose. So how do you balance the
I think
two?
both are needed, and I
Yeah.
like to think that you know, for instance, those people that are out there in corporate America, they can live their purpose within that profession. And I think that's what's so exciting about unlocking some of those doors. It doesn't have to look like this for everybody. I think everybody has the ability, everybody is in a leadership role. Leadership doesn't come from position or authority. It comes from, you know, you just valuing other people to build a trust and cooperation with others, to lead by example, and that's in the professional world. And again, if you even boil it back down to what can you offer that you know that will help people with peace and give them hope, you can find that in any profession.
You know, it's amazing that you bring up trust, because what's the name of your group? What do you call it?
Move in Faith is the platform that my personal coach.
And how does anyone who wants to be involved with you, how do they get in touch with you?
So they can find me. We've kind of just started to launch Instagram at Move in Faith, the big website, which will come with digital courses and live workshops. And I know we're exploring kind of a podcast will begin beginning of the year. And that's where we'll kind of break down these kind of thoughts and talk about, hey, what does it look like to cast a vision? Because I think all of us are really built to be guided, you know, by what goals we want to achieve. So that's one of the courses. The other one will be kind of a self-mastery and self-discovery.
Is this in group form or individual one-on-one?
It's going to be kind of a mixture of both. So these larger courses will be led by me, and then we'll have kind of these break-off little mini courses. For instance, one we just finished in development is called Fully Free, and just talking about, like, I believe from Scripture we're meant to live life to the full, but a lot of us take on things that are more than our assignments or that we're supposed to. So life to the full should not feel overwhelmed. And so if you're feeling overwhelmed, how do you break it down and really look at your disciplines, your decisions, and your discernments to making sure you're saying the best yes?
Well, let's go to commercial break and let's talk about that. How do you live to fulfillment but not overflow your cup?
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
When you have a passion for what you do, share it with the world. Tell us what you do, no matter what you specialize in. We know that passion creates joy, and we will be more than ecstatic to help you share your success with everyone else. We will come to you, and we are eager to experience your craft.
The Brooklyn Cafe TV is loaded with some of the best in the video market, so we will find the best way to capture what you do and create something that will sell your business. Come on down to 1440 North Federal Highway at the heart of Delray Gallery to be on the Brooklyn Cafe show, or contact us at 888-994-4995.
When you take the right nutrients and you connect them, the body will heal.
Come in, take a look, and try.
A lot of people are afraid to try something new, and they'll say, oh, it's only a supplement, how can it work? You can have perfect blood work and be totally out of balance.
For 2 years, my lab work was fine, and I felt so awful. All I would do was sleep.
I feel there's always answers. We're lucky enough to use a technology called BioMeridian. We're able to pick up the energy that surrounds the body in a non-invasive way using the acupuncture meridian points.
Daphne treated me with supplements. She found out my thyroid was out of balance.
While we're scanning, we're able then, wherever there's an imbalance in the body, we're able to put product on a scanner. The scanner would analyze whatever is apropos to that meridian point. Everything vibrates to frequency, so we pick and choose accordingly to what your body is showing us.
Give Daphne a call. Tell them Freddie and Dawn sent you. Health and Vitamin Concepts on the corner of Palmetto Park Road and Powerline in Boca Raton.
And come get a cup of health.
And we are back. What should we call today? Cyber Monday, but we're not doing any Cyber Monday deals. So let's talk Spiritual Monday.
I like that.
Right? We walk in faith, we move in faith Monday. We've got Ned Moulton with us. You can find Ned and all of his art right here at the heart of Delray Gallery at 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Or give us a call, give the gallery a call, 561-278-0074.
Why are we
close.
calling the gallery? Because we didn't turn
They
that
need
on?
to find Ned. Or you can find us at the gallery. We're going to turn our
We
phone
can
on.
turn it on. Someone doesn't know how to turn it on. We shall do it today.
We've got Jennifer Martin with us. We're talking about, I'm going to say moving, even though it's called Move in Faith, and how we get from one step to another. And I want to ask our producers, I need to get them all in a mic.
Yes, everybody grab a mic because
Right,
everybody's
because
going to talk.
they're
Come on.
here for a reason. And I can tell you, when I started working with you, I know it took me 4 years to say yes to you. But when I did, it was, I want to say a leap of faith, even though you don't like it. I didn't know why I said yes. I didn't know why I stayed. I just knew I had to stay and I had to give it a chance. It was truly faith. I didn't even know the purpose because I told you I had nothing to say, right? But I knew I needed to be there. At the time it was there. Now we're here and find the purpose, and
Well,
it has grown.
Can we start from the beginning? Can we break down the words, I have nothing to say? I have never heard in my life such craziness.
Well, let me tell you, I knew I had a lot to say,
Everybody does.
but nobody was listening.
That's a different animal. We'll talk about that in a second. But I have nothing to say because the interns are just as guilty. And don't think you're gonna hide. Grab a mic.
If Monica, even if you crawl under the table, we're still going to find
Monica,
you.
where are you? Talking to the microphone. Get a chair and let us
But
have a
truly,
conversation.
joining you on set that day
Yeah.
and staying when you said stay, and I said why, and you said just stay, and I stayed, and you said make it your own. I thought, oh my gosh, are you crazy?
It's
A
exactly
little.
what she's talking about. It wasn't me throwing you into it. I asked you to join it.
Yes.
Big difference when you join as opposed to somebody trying to convince you to stay.
But it was something I hadn't done in 30 years. Talk about a slow learner, right?
She
It's
has
like,
a
talk
master's
about a
in
2x4 in my head saying, God saying, all right, now it's time, all
But
right?
you have a master's in communication, correct?
Special ed. I have my undergrad in communications. But sometimes, like you said earlier, you either get to that point that you're so uncomfortable with where you are, you have to do something else, or you find your purpose. Everyone has their reasons as to why, right? They always say, what's your why?
What's your why? And I
Ned
think
shaking his head, yes.
It gets you know, you get there a lot of different ways.
And your why isn't always a good why. It's not always, oh, because I want to feed my family or my children, I do it for them.
But that's a good why.
That's a good why.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any
That's the
sense.
why I hear all the time. You know, I do this for my children. What about doing it for you?
Well, it should start with you.
Absolutely.
So I want to ask the interns. Let's go to camera 3. I want to ask the interns.
Why?
You guys,
Why are you here?
You guys, don't be shy. There's no reason to be
That's
shy.
all right. We're going to go down the whole
Let's
row.
go to
The
three.
three monkeys, you're going all, come on.
You know, the funny thing is, no, let's go to wide angle 3. There you go. And I need you, Annie, to move to this side a little bit. Come on. Now, and grab a mic. Make sure everybody has a mic. I mean, when somebody asks you, why are you here? And or what's a better question to ask?
I mean, I think it's just again, it's what drives you forward. I mean, some people will call it a passion. Another way, you know, to really identify it is everyone. I see this all the time. Is everyone wants to talk about being fearless, and I think that's a waste.
The hell
I
is
think
that?
Fear plays a really important part in all of this.
So we're fearless.
And sometimes it's fear that gives you that signal of like, oh, this is important to me.
Gives you
Otherwise,
edge?
It gives you a little edge. I mean, I think it identifies like it's important to me.
Like getting out of your comfort
You
zone.
would know,
I
right?
love
mean,
this.
if you weren't fearful of it,
I love it.
If you weren't fearful of it, it wouldn't be important to you. It wouldn't even be a matter of conversation. You wouldn't have a second thought. It wouldn't draw in on that. Again, desire kind of comes with love or fear.
I love that.
So what are you asking them?
The question she just said, what drives you?
What drives you?
What drives you, Annie?
Life in general, really. Like,
But what
let me-
drives you
let me
here?
get a
Why are you
threefold.
here?
honestly, to be happy, I inspire people. I'm a lot like on her boat where it's like I want to be the best person that I can be, and I want people to see that they can also be the best person that they can be. So
Well, come Friday, Annie's going to be the producer on Cotaito, which is our Latin show, which did very well for the first show. That was kind of fun. So we're going to test and see your drive. And let me take that back. Nobody's testing you. I think given an opportunity to explore your inner self and put it out there, I think that's what you were afraid of, putting it out there.
Putting out, because who puts it out there at 49? We're honestly,
did it at
who
40
changes their life at 49, right?
I did it at 48.
But I did.
But I think part of
48,
that,
whatever it
you know,
was.
that I preach too is fall in love with your purpose, not your plan. because your plan changes.
Your plan
You
totally
see,
changes.
that's why I don't have a plan.
Right?
I don't even know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
You
We
need a
have
plan
no
to go to the
plan.
next step, but it's the purpose that you've got it. Like that's your driving force. You know, for me, again, my purpose was always to get people out of their comfort zone, to show them what's possible, and that used to be again with yoga and in the physical form, but now it's coaching and speaking at a much kind of higher level. Yoga is still a passion of mine, but it's my next, my next calling, my next zone of work to kind of share in a bigger way.
And I see Annie's all over social media. So Annie does it quietly. She's fearless, right? She's climbing poles. She's upside down.
I haven't figured
She's
Annie
got
out yet.
she's got one arm on a yoga block and her feet across the hallway.
She gets
She's
into
got
positions
guitar.
that right now I had to take Tylenol.
But she
while
doesn't-
I do yoga just like you. Like,
She
it's
does it
something that
quietly.
Inspired me, you know.
And then you play the guitar. You never told us that.
I
She
play
said
a lot
she-
of
a little.
instruments.
A lot of instruments.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a
With the
whole
one you
bunch
don't
of-
sell today, bring in tomorrow.
No, I want you to get the card. You're singing today, damn it. Okay, let's move on to Monica. And don't tell me I'm not speaking English, please. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
Yo no hablo inglés.
I need you.
And she pulls out the Spanish
I'm
for
going to
you.
do it on Spanish. I'm
She
going to do it on
pulls out
Friday.
the Spanish. Forget
That's
the
right.
Portuguese. She's pulling out the
Tell me
Spanish.
tell me what your was it desire? What is it?
Yeah, what's your driving force?
What's your driving force?
What brings you joy?
Actually, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay,
And
but that's a good beginning.
yeah, I believe it's my goal in this world is trying to be a good person and like show it to other people so that people can be a good person as well. Good people. I don't know. I'm
Are
kind
you-
of lost.
You're kind of
I'm
lost.
I'm lost. I'm trying to find my way in this world, but I think my purpose is to show people what love is, what is to do good things to other people, and
I got a
don't
light.
know.
I got a light for you.
Beacon.
A beacon. So you
Find
can
your
follow-
way?
Find your way. I'm gonna give you a light,
Thank you.
so you can
But
do.
I see a lot of people get stuck, and I think that's because they think it's something outside of themselves. Like you have to go on this discovery to find, when I think the answers are kind of already there within.
Always been.
Always been.
Isn't that
But
amazing?
it changes, and that's the
I mean,
great thing. I think it
this
changes.
lady speaks in my language. She speaks what I think.
Because you know what? People know they have the answers within and they hear these voices, but they don't realize what the voices are. Because sometimes the voices get muddied with guilt. I should be. It's all this. Maybe it's the Jewish
Maybe
thing.
you should name your voices.
Well, I've now named my voices.
You have names for your voices?
The
Yes.
problem is there is too much pressure today.
Why?
For people want you to do something, to be something, and I think that's the main thing that people hear when they try to do something.
Uh-huh.
But the important thing is to hear yourself. That's what she was talking
That's
about.
where it began.
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
if you had the ability to move in faith past the self-doubt, what would you have the certainty to go pursue?
What would you have if you could pass the self-doubt?
I don't know.
If you did know, what would it look like? What would be even the
What would it
next
smell like?
step to? What would it feel like? What would be just the next step to even maybe
What do you think success feels
to
like?
go discover it?
Yeah.
I think my problem is fear. I have to pass the fear, to pass that fear, what people will think about me. That's the point. I think when I pass through that, I'll be okay.
Well, there's 6 universal fears. So you've got the fear
Six?
of poverty, 6.
Wow.
And everything kind of manifests in a lot of different ways. But let's say there's the fear of poverty, there's the fear of criticism, there's the fear of losing love, there's the fear of old age and ill health and death.
Do
That's
you
a lot
know-
of fears.
I'm going to share something with you. I've been through all of them.
Yeah.
My sister called me over the weekend because it was her birthday. Happy birthday,
birthday,
Mimi.
Mimi.
She's watching today. And my mother's birthday is Wednesday. My mother I lost last year. I lived through all of them. And my sister said to me, Freddie, not for nothing, but you should write a book and you should be an inspirational speaker. And I said to her, sis, why would you say that to me? She says, because no matter how down you've been, and God knows my story, you never gave up. You never give up and you keep going.
It's true.
Well, that's the persistence piece. So that's like step 3 for me when I work with people, because I think that's it's really underrated, especially in this day of age. Like, we want instant gratification, we want instant results, and that's just not how things work. And I think it's our willingness to be bad at something long enough to get good. And it's our willingness to fail, because within failure lies an equal seed of success.
Well, I saw something over the weekend. It says if you plant a seed for a tree today, do you expect the tree to be in full bloom tomorrow? No. I mean, you don't, right? But when we as people, we plant the seed in business, we think we're going to be successful tomorrow. Maybe we'll give it a week.
I read the same thing, but I saw if you plant a lemon seed and you get a lemon fruit, do you think it's going to be sweet? You gotta sort of,
The
you know.
seeds you plant are going to be manifestation.
Plant for
Mike, you know something? I'm this chick speaks what I think.
She speaks your
It's
language.
scary.
I know. Let's
I'm
ask
scared
Jaja.
too.
I'm scared.
Well, when you start speaking like Freddie, it's a little scary. I know.
I tell you. And what about you, Jaja?
Oh,
And you gotta wear a mic because we can't hear you. She's looking for 3 because she.
And then we got to get Hector a mic also.
Hector, get out here.
Well, while we're, you got it, Jaja?
Exciting.
yes, I got it.
Okay.
What drives me? So that's the question, right?
What's your purpose? What drives
What's your
you?
purpose? What drives you?
Passions?
Oh, what's my purpose? I don't know what my purpose is yet.
Why are you
What-
here?
What brought you here?
My passion for the film industry, which is my starting point. I wanted to come in here and be like a writer and stuff, but as I'm learning more and more about this world, I'm like, wow, I want to do everything. So it's just
And Jaja's young. You're 20?
19.
19. She just turned 19.
You know, it's funny because with Jaja, what I sense is that she always has passion, even though she has multiple wives. And she's trying to figure out which is the biggest passion to pursue. But Jaja, if I may, and if not, you tell me shut the hell up. Sometimes I feel that your fears are bigger than your wants. And if
Yeah.
you got rid of that, God only knows what. You know, you're a great volleyball player, right? You coach and everything?
I used to be.
But you were a great volleyball player, right?
Yes.
Okay, how many people do you know in this room that can play volleyball as great as you used to?
I don't know.
Probably nobody. And this is one thing that my father taught me. He said to me, you do what you do better than anybody else. So when people criticize you, you tell them, say, come on up here. Come on up here if this is so easy to do. Let me see what you
Give it a
got.
try. Well, let's ask Ned. Ned, you've been through a couple careers.
Many.
I was an English teacher one time. Hated that.
You were? You speak English?
Yeah. I was actually. I thought I was a good teacher. I thought I was doing a lot of good for a lot of people who really needed it.
Is that important to you?
Very important to me.
Are you with advertising?
I sold advertising. I worked for a newspaper. I was a cartoonist. I don't know.
You're a pretty well-rounded guy.
I've done a lot of things.
Do you like anything in particular more? What was your calling?
You know what? I love to make people laugh.
Oh, you were a comedian.
I loved it. For instance, I was in a store one day and I put down my credit card and I said, I found this on the shelf. I want to buy it? What do you charge for these? I love to see that little moment when people are kind of off balance. You know, really what's happening, you know. And I like to put them in that position. I think maybe they learn something or maybe there's some kind of connection. I don't know. But I love doing that. I love telling jokes, not jokes that are just like, I would rather set myself up for a joke and when the person tells, oh, my, that makes you look stupid. That's okay. That's what I want. And then I think I know them a little better. So maybe I want connection with people. But really, I mean,
Yes,
the painting, I've tried really to think, what am I really trying to do? And I think I'm just trying to do something that somebody can own or have and make them a little richer. They can, in other words, they have a little spot on their wall or wherever, maybe something stand there, you know, a sculpture I made or something, that can make them feel a little better every time they see it.
That's
Something that
interesting.
represents you. Maverick's in there also.
Maverick, grab a mic, Maverick.
I think there's one on the table.
You might as well ask Maverick, Mr. Hat Backwards. He reminds me of Ken Griffey Jr. You know who Ken Griffey Jr. is?
The baseball player?
You know who he is? Ken
No,
Griffey
no
Jr.
idea.
was the son of Ken Griffey Sr., who played for the Cincinnati.
It's Ken Griffey Jr.
But
I'm bum.
Hold on. He was a second baseman for the Cincinnati Reds. He is a Hall of Famer. And his son, Ken Griffey Jr., is also a Hall of Famer. And the first year in the league, in the big leagues, when he came, he wore his hat that way. Do you know he got criticized by everybody in the league for being a punk who didn't appreciate the things he had because he had his hat on backwards.
It's all perception,
He
right?
went on to hit almost 600 home runs, and he is in the Hall of Fame. And he learned from that lesson that you are yourself, not what other people make you out to be. What about you? What's your calling, Maverick? Why are you here?
Why am I here?
Okay. Now that you asked.
I kind of get the experience that I need for kind of a real world scenario of using my degree, so to say.
So what
His
are you thinking of?
purpose, passion.
So you enjoy this kind of atmosphere, and so you're working towards that. I think that's great.
We have to ask animator also.
Oh, God help us.
You know, over Thanksgiving, we had our family over, and I kept saying to someone that shall remain nameless, you need to come see the gallery. You were always into art. You need to come visit. And this person says to me, I can't come. I purposely stay away. And I said, why?
That's interesting.
And they said, because I know I will be so disappointed in myself that I gave this part up of my life to pursue what I had to pursue to raise my family and make a career out of it, that is why I don't go. And it really kind of broke my heart. I mean, it was honest, but it broke my heart that...
Who is that?
I'll tell you, not on air, but I felt very badly about that because I know this place will resonate with this family member and they will love it, but they stay away because it makes them sad to see what they gave up.
It makes them sad to see they didn't give anything up. We're still here.
And then I said, well, we've had artists like Ned and Jay and Mark that have done this as a second part in their career, right? It doesn't mean you can't still do what you do. And you don't have to live here to be part of the gallery. We have artists from all over the country that bring their art in and don't sit here every day.
But are you telling people this person is an artist?
Was
an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I look at it, it's like, think about the story that
Right?
person has within them to inspire somebody else. Because you know, if you're feeling it, somebody else out there.
But they have
It's
that
feeling
much
the same
fear
way.
that they are
Feeling
too
the same way.
fearful to even come in here because I guess it's regret. And you should never have regret.
But you know something? When you get older in life, I mean, you guys are young. When you get older in life, you're going to feel regret weighs like a 10,000-pound gorilla.
That's why we should never
Guilt,
do that.
regret, one of those 5 things she says.
Yes,
But they all stem back to fear.
They're fear.
We are, what is that, false?
False evidence appearing real?
You know, somebody told me that once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I looked at her, I was having lunch with her, and she says that to me. I said, really? Is that what you're saying? She says, yes. I said, okay. I tell you what, at the end of this lunch, you come work with me for 6 months. And if that's still true, I'll give you $1,000. And I wrote the check out.
And did they work with you?
Of course.
And how'd it turn out?
They made more money in their life than they ever wanted to. They were happier. She found somebody and got married, the whole night. She asked me to give her away at the wedding.
Wow. Did you?
True story. Yes, I did, in Miami.
What a gift. All right, Jaja, let's go to commercial break. Interesting story. When we come back, I don't know what we're talking about. More with moving in faith. You know what?
With those
Following
things
your
in head,
passion.
those things in the propeller in your head.
All the wheels in my head. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And welcome. Where are we?
We are at In Good Taste. We're made to go.
In Good Taste.
We're
Now,
made to go.
a Puerto Rican from the Bronx in Good Taste, you know, that's a contradiction, but he'll be beating.
So you got the Jewish girl from Boca in a kitchen, so the two of us together, that's why we're here.
Kind of scary. This is about as close you're going to get to a kitchen as you ever
Can
do.
I tell you, I'm a little intimidated back here, but it's really amazing. It's so clean. It's beautiful in here.
Catering. If you're interested in Thanksgiving, you can come here. We can do a full complete meal. Roasted turkey, roasted garlic mashed potatoes, sweet potato souffle, pecan pie, apple pie.
And any kind of catering, small parties, large parties.
Anywhere from 2 to 1,000.
Check it out. In Good Taste Gourmet to Go, 1445 North Congress Avenue in Delray Beach. Ask for Stacy, Pam, and now you can ask for Susan. 561-265-2004.
Check it out.
Who's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in
What
Delray?
time do you open for breakfast?
9 a.m.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Corner Porch off of beautiful Atlantic Avenue here in Delray Beach, Florida. Now, this place is tremendous.
What else do we have? We've got the Nutella French toast.
We have an omelet. We have a chicken sous vide.
That's delicious. And this
And
is?
panini.
And we have a panini sandwich.
Wow, what a morning.
Holy smokes, this is unbelievable.
So we're right at the corner of Southeast 1st Street and 6th Avenue.
Come on down and check out Corner Porch. Ready to dig in?
We're ready to begin, and don't be late because we got to get to eating.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Welcome again. Thank you.
See you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wrong clock. And we're back.
And we're back on Motivational Monday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. It's Cyber Monday. Anyone shopping? We got to get Annie. I don't know if you were here. We want to get a big piano right over there. You know, like the movie Big? You have one, Maverick? One of those big piano keyboards that you put on the floor. You can dance around.
He doesn't have. Why would he have?
Let's get one of those.
This might be before some other time.
Let's get one of those.
We're talking
What do you mean
about.
does he have the Maverick? You have one? You have a
Maverick's
Maserati?
got a lot of stuff.
You got a Maserati in your trunk?
He's got a lot of stuff we don't know about. And he's got a lot of instruments.
I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
What is the zip code in here?
That's
Anybody
a good
know?
question.
The
zip code?
to the gallery.
334 something.
33484 maybe. 33483, something like that. You can look it up. The Brooklyn, actually you can look it up on our Facebook page or the Heart of Delray Gallery.
We are getting a pair of tickets to give away for a Friday night.
For what?
It is called what is it? Riptide. Riptide. Have you heard about it on the radios? It's all over the world. In Miami, Riptide.
Riptide?
It's for Christmas, yeah. You know what is it?
33483. I was close.
Riptide. We're going to get 2 tickets
33483 is our zip code.
from our friend Bitsy.
Oh, thank you, Bitsy. Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yes, and she finally got approval to send it to us. And it's on Friday night, and you get 2 tickets to the biggest gala they're going to have for Christmas down in Miami. It's called Riptide. I hear it every day. So I called it to say, hey, when there are tickets, baby. So we have to put something together to give them away. It's not just call. It has to be something. Maybe
Okay.
on a remote. Something big.
Something big, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. It's about motivation and moving in faith. And I was watching TV yesterday, getting dressed, and they were talking about how faith is fueled with love,
Yes.
right? So it's not, you can't have faith, you can't be in faith and have fear. But what I found interesting, they talked about faith is fueled with love. So the more love you have, the love for yourself, I guess the extension to others,
Absolutely.
right?
So does
helps
it begin,
grow faith.
Does it begin with love for yourself?
I think it begins with love for yourself, and really love for others is
It will
usually
spill
where
over,
it
no?
starts and spills over.
Okay, because I read when I was an altar boy for 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
I was taught that you should love yourself first. And then after that, the overflow is everything comes like a funnel, comes right at you. What you do with it is the problem. Because you can't read
Part
all
of the
those
problem,
signs.
though, and Monica said it before, is loving yourself and worrying that people are going to be in judgment of you.
I think it's more about loving others first, and I think
Really?
when you put others before yourself, then you're living a life of significance.
But I didn't say
and
that.
value
I didn't
that.
say, okay.
I think
But-
I think the key is people become a martyr for the kingdoms they're trying to build, and so they're willing to sacrifice, their own desires or their own passions or their own health and wellness. I see a lot of, especially with busy moms or corporate women.
Well, then let me ask you this. If the kingdom comes, as you call it, and they want to love and admire you as a person, and you're just miserable about yourself and everything you do, always self-criticizing yourself, always saying it ain't good enough, Like every artist I know, hint, hint, says it ain't good enough. Meanwhile, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. How does that relate then when they're coming in the drones and you just, is it to help you love yourself?
I think it depends if, are we talking about what propels you forward to start or what sustains you there? I think to propel you forward, it has to be an outward want and desire, outside or bigger than yourself. But again, the persistence piece comes from you've got to take care of yourself, right? There's scripture that talks about what good is salt if it loses its saltiness. So how are you making sure that you look and feel your best? That you have a very healthy self-image that is bigger than probably the limiting thoughts that you hold personally, because you're never going to be able to outperform your own self-image.
Key word is healthy. Key word, balance and healthy.
Well, balance is a whole thing.
Well, right. There's scripture that talks about, not to obviously be arrogant. At the same token, you've got to be confident. It's to recognize the gifts you've been given and to own those, not as something that you've done or you've created, but have been given to you, and to be a good, manager or steward of those gifts. You
know what I find so interesting is you talk scripture, right? And I was watching something yesterday, and then you and I had this conversation today that it's not religion, but yet it's in the Bible, right? So it's scripture, but it's not talking about religion. It's not talking about who you pray to, what your God is, what your source is. This is just about being kind and loving and having faith. It supersedes all religion.
Well, that's what I always try to get across with my message. We had talked about when I go in and speak corporately, I'm not in a church. So I kind of have to set the stage of what that means and meet people where they are. And so I ask people to connect to a spiritual relationship of their own understanding and recognize that within, even these four walls here, we may call that something different. So if I use the word God and that's unworkable, then I have people kind of insert their nomenclature or their identity that serves them. But the feeling of being connected to something bigger than you, I believe, is universal. So I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, so I share from that understanding and that relationship. But again, the scriptures I share, whether you're a believer or not, just to kind of consider the intention behind them, and would you live your life, differently if you believe they were true.
And that's what I love about your message. If we could spread that message, we talk about all the time, hope and love and faith. It's bigger than being Christian or Jewish or Muslim. It's not the religion, it's not the God that you pray to, but it's the bigger source, right? There's something greater.
There's always that challenge. I know that in my household,
it's a challenge.
Millennials are atheists. A lot of them.
A lot of them.
They just.
See, that requires way too much faith than for me.
But the funny thing is that when I sit and speak to them, I say, you know what? I got time on my side. See, because you on borrowed time. This is God's time, and I got that on my side. So when something tragic happens, or you're in your deathbed,
but they don't believe in something bigger. You don't have to call it God.
No,
spirit,
they don't believe
energy.
in anything. They believe in science.
Okay.
But I don't think the two have to be mutually exclusive. I think they can work together.
Absolutely.
Ned, what do you think?
I forgot to tell you, I was a furniture store owner too.
Oh, really? You made furniture? I need a chair.
The reason I'd say that is that I sold these various businesses, and I decided to go get a Christian education.
Did you know?
Yep. So I went to a Nyack Missionary College.
I know Nyack very well.
I love that place.
It's beautiful.
It's a really nice place. But I didn't come away with that. I didn't come away with. In fact, the interesting thing that I know about and I know a dozen people or so who went to this school, and then later on even went to advanced degrees and this stuff, and they came away not having faith. More people lost their faith going to a religious college than I had any idea that ever happened. It was just totally.
Well, then I got a question. Is it they lost faith, or they just realized they never had any?
That's what I would believe. I remember my grandmother was a very heavy Southern Baptist, and I remember when the book Angels and Demons came out. And that caused a huge controversy, and they were kind of up in arms that this was going to kind of derail, the Christian faith. And again, I think I've maybe always looked at some things a little differently, and I said, I think this is great. You have more people talking about it. You have more people going on their own seeking mission. I mean, biblically it says, seek and you will find, whatever that looks like for you. But if you were that strong in your faith, it's not going to shake the foundation of that. So
That's right.
Were you really strong enough to begin with?
And can you talk about subject matter?
I think that's totally wrong.
Of course, that's okay.
Here's the reason I think it's wrong. I had so much faith that I just read a passage in the Bible one time. I had two friends that were going to the same college, and I read something in the Old Testament. I forget what book it was, but it said, "Shall your brethren go to war, and shall you sit here?" And that just spoke to me so clearly that there was nothing I could do except, yes, I'm going to go to that school too. I forgot, I had a sign shop also. So I sold my furniture store and my sign shop and went away with no prospects of making any kind of living. I had 2 children and a wife.
But look at your life before you answer. Look at your life has been full and rounded and giving and artistic, and you've made money and you lost money and you've had fun. You gotta look at all of it. Don't just look at that one episode.
No, that's just one little episode. That, to me, that was one little segment of my life.
It's an amazing accomplishment that you've done that. Amazing. And I know that you don't see it that way because you're too close to the flame.
I can make a case for it.
You don't need to make a case. You're not here to make cases. But let me ask a different question, which irks everybody that I talk to.
You have about a minute.
A lot of people, I go to them and they talk about scripture and all this stuff, and I look at who they are. And I say, scripture was written by men, not women. Oh, I don't know, maybe the 24 books that were missing, maybe there was a woman in there, who knows. But they were written by people, and people have perception. Holy Spirit or not makes no difference, right? So when you find something in the Bible that's trying to tell you something, then like you got a message. You got to read the message, not the scripture. Does that make sense?
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
I believe the living word,
But that's the difference, right? Because you can decipher it one way and she deciphers another. There's no wrong because you're reading it. Best books written are the ones read. That's the kicker.
Well, it's deciphering it, which is why all the scholars, whatever religion it is, they battle back and forth on what is the true meaning of the words that are written, and everyone comes to it with their past, because there's no way you can look at something without coming to it without your journey being part of your interpretation.
Now, does your past dictate your future?
I think it's as if you continue to repeat those steps, but I think you also have the ability with imagination. We are given dominion over especially our thoughts, and your brain actually does not know the difference. If you hold something, an image, long enough in your imagination, your mind doesn't know whether it's true or fake.
You see that,
so
Ned?
you can actually start to
There's actually a hope for you, baby.
We create a lot of things in our mind. All right, you ready to switch over to our 1 o'clock hour? Jennifer, how can people find you? I know.
So they can find me right now on Instagram at Move in Faith, or they can send me an email. I'd be happy to connect with them at moveinfaithmission@gmail.com.
More to come. I'm looking forward to putting, it's not only a podcast, but a whole program, I think, together for Move in Faith.
I think that your message, like I said, before you leave, I'm going to give you somebody's number, and I want you to call this person because, boy, she can use.
And I'd like not to wait until the beginning of the year, because you talk about what we're doing right now, walking into the holiday season. You know what? It's not always so easy for people.
Yeah, this is the time.
Stay tuned. We'll be back for our 1 o'clock hour in about 2 and 2.
Which is 4.
We'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and
770 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Don't miss the Save a Lot Nutrition Hour with Al Foreman and Janet Cimarelli, WNN. The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
Gallbladder problems, gingivitis, a bad back, indigestion, fatigue, low libido, not sleeping well, need to lose weight. Just some of the topics you'll hear about. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Martin. Join me Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Selfless service is the guiding principle that drives Army National Guard soldiers to be always ready whenever disaster strikes. They are your next-door neighbors and your colleagues in schools, offices, and factories. To be a Guard soldier is to stand ready to serve at all times for family, for community, and for country. To learn more, log on to NationalGuard.com or contact an Army National Guard recruiter in your area. Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Have you tried investing in the stock market and haven't done very well? Come into Online Trading Academy. Have your investments lost money and you're frustrated because the only thing your broker says is write it out? Hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Pro investors show you how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets. You'll see the best way to pick stocks, options, futures, and Forex using a patented rules-based strategy taught only at Online Trading Academy. How to find the right investments, how to time the market, how to protect money from risk. For over 20 years, thousands have learned how to invest from home at Online Trading Academy. Come in and see what this school's all about at a free half-day class. They're all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Stewart, and Port St. Lucie. Seating is limited, so call Online Trading Academy now to win a pair of tickets. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
What you want to know. What you need to know.
Talk 1470 WNN.
Welcome to the Probiotic Protection Zone. The Airbiotic system distributes millions of safe and all-natural environmental probiotics into the air and on surfaces using the latest ultrasonic and nanotechnology. Airbiotics is a movement to save us and the future generations from antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Reduce your risk of allergies, skin infection, colds, and flu. Get rid of deep-seated odors and enter into a protective shield of Airbiotics. Order your Airbiotics personal or environmental system today at airbioticzone.com. AIRBIOTIXZONE.com. Good for use in nursing homes, schools, travel, or daily use. Order yours today. airbioticzone.com.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com.
lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I feel like ending up in disco dancing.
Disco dancing on a Monday afternoon already.
Cyber Monday. Welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago. Welcome. Listen, caring is sharing. So you're watching the show, do me a favor, share it out. Share it out because we could use all the help that we can get.
It's Cyber Monday. We got messages to deliver. Have to use our platform to deliver the message.
Yes, that was the first hour of today's show. So if you didn't watch it, hit
#replay, but really rewind it. It's about moving in faith and keeping faith. And I'm really excited to put something together with Jennifer Martiner. Her program is called Move in Faith. You can find her on Instagram. But it goes beyond religion. And that's what, every day, the voices in my head, I have named them. Now I understand the voices in my head. There are messages to be received. I haven't, but I kind of have. There's messages that we need to interpret to be received, and it goes beyond religion. So it's not religion or God. It's just about kindness and hope and faith and living in the moment. And that supersedes whatever you believe in as far as God, an entity, a being, something bigger, the light. Just be kind to each other.
That's right.
Have faith.
And this is the Christmas time of year. We're going to talk about some gifts that you can give out to help people restore their body and everything else. But it's also the time of year that the worst things happen. Depression, end of year, Christmas comes, New Year's, shedding the coat, the whole nine.
I was going to ask you, we should call Dr. J. I'd like to bring her on also.
I called her.
Okay. And did she call you back?
No, she didn't. She did not. I think we should have a day or a week of being grateful. You should be grateful, not
every day.
Sad about what's coming. So you age another year. You're supposed to.
So my grandmother used to always say, she said, every day, every wrinkle is another wrinkle to wake up to. It's better than the alternative.
That's right, when you can't wake up to see anything.
That's why she said you can always eat dessert first because it makes no difference. Just enjoy life.
Yes,
there's things you remember.
That's true. Among the Jews, you guys eat dessert first.
I don't know if it's about the Jews. Among me, in my life, I eat dessert first. I start with pie. I start with regular cookie for breakfast. It's not the healthiest things, but you know what? Why not?
You eat cookies for breakfast.
Yes. You know what someone once told me? A wise man once told me. A muffin is just like having a piece of chocolate cake. It's just in a different form. Nothing different. We eat muffins for breakfast, right? And because they're in these pretty little muffin things, why not just have a slice of cake? It's the same thing. What'd you forget now?
The muffins.
You forgot the muffins. You forgot lunch. You forgot everything you forgot.
I forgot everything.
A manic Monday for you, Freddie. You had a nice weekend?
Fantastic weekend. I went to the movies.
Ned said it was the best movie he's ever seen.
The Green Book. Not the best movie I've ever seen, but it was...
That's what Ned said.
It made you think in your head.
It's a whole nother concept. I have to see it because what Ned said, right? You said it's a man from New York versus...
It's a guy from Brooklyn who talks with a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah.
Meets this guy, this black man who is better a piano player than the
Liberace.
Liberace is the best of the best. And they go down to Deep South and take a tour because he wanted to prove to the world that he was the best and it mattered the color of his skin.
It doesn't. It goes with what we were just talking about, right? It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter your religion.
But he took a gangster with him.
He needed protection, maybe. I don't know. I didn't see the movie.
You got to see it. So it's a good movie.
That I do not know. And tomorrow, right here at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, bring a toy, donate a toy for Tots, and get a free headshot with Danielle Boujon. She took a few headshots on Friday. You can see Freddie's is amazing.
Did you see that shot?
I did. It was a great picture
Boy,
of
I
you.
never seen such computer stuff to make me look so
It
young
was a
and
great
good.
picture. The one you showed me of Leslie Harrington was beautiful.
You saw that?
Jaja, I have yours from the other day.
You saw your picture?
She hasn't seen it. I need to send it to you. We haven't.
It's unbelievable.
But Danielle Boujon will be here tomorrow and another day this week, and all she's asking is to donate a toy to give back to Toys for Tots or a charity in need, and she will do a free headshot for you. So come on down. I think she'll be here probably for our from 12 to 2 for sure.
We have to sort of create something to put the toys in. So we have to think about how to do that.
We'll create a
put
box.
in a lock and key with a brick underneath.
Pretty much. I was at the pet store the other day. I went to get my daughter's puppy a Hanukkah present. So I pick up a toy and I go to pay for it, and they go, "We can't find the tag. Where is this?" I said, "I got it right over there where you're standing." They said, "Oh no, that's the toy donation bin for the dogs." So talk about lock and key. I was ready to rebuy a toy that someone donated for dogs.
You bought your dog a Hanukkah gift?
Not my dog, my daughter's dog.
You buy gifts for dogs?
You don't buy things
For
for
Hanukkah?
Casper? For Christmas?
I'll punch him in the head.
I buy things all the time for, it's always about giving. I will always buy for everyone before
I feed him. He jumps on me in the middle of the night. What do you mean give? My
It's
medical
just
bills
a
are going to
toy.
be a toy.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to keep the family happy. But I went to see The King and I Saturday night with my daughter.
Good.
I didn't know the story of The King and I.
Anybody know the story of the King and I?
I remember watching it a few times when I was younger, but I can't remember.
I didn't realize the King's
Wasn't it-
personality
Hold
was
on,
what it was.
Wasn't that the bald-headed guy?
Yeah, it's like it's.
You need a mic.
And you dance on the roof or something. He sings a song.
Shall we dance?
Yeah, shall we dance?
And he danced with Yul Brynner. Yes,
Yul Brynner.
he
Remember
was-
Yul Brynner? No. Oh, you're from
Wait,
Canada.
who's the mic for? Is it for me?
For you, because you're talking. They can't hear you on the radio.
Do
if
you
you're
know
having
who
a
Yul Brynner
conversation.
is?
Who the what?
Yul Brynner.
Nope.
Remember the movie with the Egyptians crossed the Nile? What was his name? Moses. Remember Moses? He was the king. Let it be written, so let it be done.
That
Remember?
wasn't.
That was Yul Brynner.
That wasn't Yul Brynner.
It was. You said what? Somebody look it up. See if Yul Brynner was in Moses.
I'm kind of not.
Yul
the
Brynner was in
person
The
to
King and
ask.
I. Joe, it was
I
not.
remember The King and
it
I,
was
though.
Charlton
That's correct.
Heston.
I'm right, Joe? Charlton Heston
Yes,
was.
you are.
Yes, I am.
Yul Brynner was in the Ten Commandments, or Charlton Heston was
They
the Ten
both
Commandments?
were. They both.
Charleston Heston was Moses.
It was Moses.
It was Moses, but Yul Brynner was the king of
Was
Egypt.
Pharaoh, yes.
Yes.
Ah, he was Pharaoh.
And he said, "Let it
Joe,
be written."
I like that.
so let it
Joe's
be
our
done.
fact checker. Thank you, Joe. He knows.
He knows everything.
He knows everything.
He is the man of knowledge.
Joe knows.
Joe knows.
He was also Magnificent Seven.
Yes, he was. Yul Brynner was the man. I'm gonna tell you, that guy was the man.
But anyway, Yul Brynner was not in The King and I, but it was a nice mother-daughter night out
He
with
was
my
in
daughter.
the play. The
Oh, he's
King.
also dead.
Yeah.
He's also dead. Thanks, Joe. Thanks.
But it was a nice night out with my daughter, and it's about just being in the moment, right?
Oh, cool. I want to ask our guests.
We've got Lynette with Airbiotics. Lynette, welcome back. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
How do you celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada? Do they celebrate?
Well, we do it a month in advance.
You do a month in
October.
advance?
It's in
So
October.
you got to eat turkey twice.
Well, we don't do American Thanksgiving because
They
we
do
Canadian.
they do Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. And who discovered Canada?
I have no
A
idea.
pilgrim? Was there a pilgrim?
It was not the Native Americans.
A cowboy?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to that.
It was the Vikings from Newfoundland, you know.
The Vikings.
Yes.
I love
We never
the
got
Vikings.
any credit for it, but
So what do you celebrate? You were found by.
It's the
Well,
Canadian
usually we
Thanksgiving.
don't do much for it at all. It's not even like you don't even get school off or anything.
You kidding me?
No, it's just one
It's
day.
on a
and that's
Sunday,
You
isn't
get-
it?
Yeah, and you get a Monday off, and that's it.
Did you see how they celebrated down here? You got to eat turkey for a week.
Turkey
Well,
side.
my niece made tofurkey.
Oh, how was it?
Oh.
It was okay.
Oh, you had tofu for
I had
turkey?
tofurkey, yes.
Tofurkey?
Maybe I'll have Chef
Tofurkey.
bring that in this
No,
week for you.
absolutely not. If you're a vegan, you're allowed to have turkey one day. Go and try it.
Just one day. And we've got
Yeah.
Dr. Leaves back with us. Welcome.
Yes, you just talked about tofu, is that
Yes,
right?
tofu.
Yeah, tofu actually is very good phytonutrient.
Yes, I know, but it stinks.
He doesn't like
It's
the taste
lousy.
of it.
It's
can
like eating
add-
rubber.
You can add different taste.
Honey,
Tofu-
there ain't enough taste for rubber.
But what if I say it can help you prevent prostate cancer?
Then I would eat a lot of the yucky stuff.
And also for women, they actually have a bunch of studies showing that eating more tofu help the breast cancer patients to have longer life and prevent relapse.
Now, what is tofu that we're asked? What is it?
Tofu is fermented soybean.
Soybean.
Yeah, it's fermented.
It's like cottage cheese in soybean form.
But aren't women told not to have soy because of breast cancer risks?
Actually, the new study shows that actually they compare the breast cancer patient, one group with tofu, one group without tofu, and a group with tofu has longer surviving time and less hot flushes and night sweat. And if you are thinking about Japanese women and Chinese women, we eat a lot of tofu.
Of course, you guys live forever. And you never age.
we don't
Chinese
have-
women don't age.
Basically,
So
I
it's
know.
really helping even cope with menopause. Like I used to have those kind of hot flashes in the middle
That's
of
because
night.
you weren't eating tofu.
Yeah, I didn't eat as frequent. Now I eat like 2-3 times a week. And because I try to cut down the meat, and most people saying that the meat will increase the inflammation and encourage the cancer grow. So, but getting rid of the meat is not a best way, because I also treat many vegans who develop like depression, autoimmune, because the vegan diet is just very hard to be digested unless you are living in a non-stress environment, and that way your digestive system in a perfect condition. Then you can
Now, I want
digest
to
all
I
this.
bring that up because, and I wish that Chef Z was here because I want to have a conversation with her. I had a conversation over the weekend about vegan diet. Vegan diet though has sugars
Yes, and carbs.
and
lot of
carbs. So what happens to a vegan if you're not careful being vegan, even though you're eating healthy, is you will get weight.
You gain weight. Yes, it doesn't. They're not low fat.
They're
It's
not low
just
fat.
correct.
So you have to sort of balance. Can you imagine having to eat this stuff and eating a little bit of it because it can be rich on what you're putting into the food?
It's true.
That's a problem. So that becomes a different challenge, not a problem, a different challenge.
Always a challenge. You just got to be aware. But what I find so interesting about acupuncture is that you can balance and regulate hormones, and you can do body restore. I used to go and she said, "What would you need?" And I said, "Just reset me."
When she resets
It's like
it?
you press a reset button. I don't know what they do. I don't know what you do, but we'll see tomorrow because I'm going to go see Dr. Lee this afternoon.
Oh, so she resets you?
She just resets.
And so what happens to you?
I think we try to balance the nervous system with
There you go.
acupuncture, because your job is so exciting and stimulating and full of knowledge. So your nerves are all kind of very active. But we need to calm down the sympathetic nervous system so you can digest better. And also we need to bring energy to your thyroid, to your adrenal gland, because after menopause you need adrenal gland to produce a little bit of progesterone and estrogen. You still need progesterone to counteract estrogen, because there are a lot of chemicals has similar effect as estrogen. It's called xenoestrogen. That's one of the reasons women, 1 out of 4 women develop breast cancer. And if that's coming early, like 30 years old, 40 years old, the prognosis is no good. If you get it like after menopause, 50, 60 years old, then you can easily live up to 80 years old. So we want to delay that onset or don't get it at all. But environmental pollution, the plastic things and pesticide, that's all serve as environmental xenoestrogen, stimulating the breast, the uterus, ovaries, and for men is prostate, because men also has estrogen.
You know, I read somewhere over the weekend that the more stuff you eat that increases inflammation and increases the chances of you getting sick with age as you get older, and it seems like 50 is the number. If you're
Uh-oh.
not careful what you eat, it's going to come back to bite you. So you live 50 years of eating anything you want, right? Because you don't have a problem. If you're thin and you're in shape, and if you work out, even more. But the body begins to go through transitions.
Yeah, every 5-10 years, the body have a big changes, physically, mentally, you know, the chemical, the hormones, and we just have to change our habit. Like I only eat half of the amount of the food comparing like 20 years ago. If I continue to eat the same amount of food, the same kind of food, I will be gaining 20 to 30 pounds because of the hormone changes, the hormone dropping. And this past summer, because of the increased stress when I was traveling, and then my estrogen dropped so low that I developed arm pain, and I never had pain. And that's because...
But how do you know it was estrogen?
Yeah, how do you know your estrogen dropped low?
Because I didn't get period for 4.5 months. I was very regular.
You have to eat tofu, Doc.
Yes, that's why when I came back...
Just saying.
We're very authentic on the show, right? Everyone just says what it is.
She didn't have a period for a month.
You know what?
I mean, it's the times to stop, but then it would be better to gradually declining than suddenly stop. Then your muscle will start drooping and you start having more wrinkles. But right now it's a good time to exercise to tone those muscles because the estrogen hasn't dropped too low. If you wait until 60, 65 years old, then your estrogen is so low, your growth hormone is so low, you're not gonna build your muscle. And if you if you already gained 20 to 30 pounds, that's take forever to get rid of those.
You know, it's amazing that she's telling you this story because she's thin.
I know.
So if she gains 20 pounds, you won't even recognize
If you gain 5 pounds, we're all about the same height. Even 5 pounds on us is a lot.
Yeah, but you know, Dawn, don't use her story to be your story. It's a big difference.
I'm just saying, when you're about 5 foot something,
yeah, but you don't
5
eat.
pounds is...
You have a
well,
cookie.
what did Dr. Lee just tell you? We have to eat half as much as we used to eat.
Yeah, but you don't. You half a zero is still zero.
No, I eat.
Oh, please.
No, I think what she means too is that you have to increase your muscle mass. Because remember,
Yeah.
muscle is going to burn 4 times more calories than
But do
fat.
you gain weight when you get muscle mass?
Well, you gain weight, but your metabolism increases so much that you can eat the same amount of food if your muscle mass is increased proportionally.
So should you lose weight to where you want to be? Say I want to be 175 pounds, and then build muscle from there.
No, you build muscle to increase your metabolism at the same time you lose fat because it will increase the burning rate of the fat.
You got that? Well, you work out like a beast anyway.
Yeah, it's
well,
important.
especially for women, you're talking about osteoporosis, and you need lean muscle mass. You need to do weight-bearing exercises. You need to keep your bones strong, and even if it's not your weight, you have to keep your muscle mass.
It's interesting, and we're talking also about health in the air. I got a story to tell you. Are we going to commercial?
Yep.
Well, a story to tell you. I went to Puerto Rico, and I want to tell you the story when we get back as to what happened with your gadget. It's a lot of fun.
I think I
Give
heard
us a
something
call.
about it.
888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. VCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. VCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or inflammatory autoimmune disease? Are you ready to feel your best and take responsibility for your own health? At thewellnesslabstore.com, we offer an array of CBD cannabinoid products to help increase immunity, reduce pain, regulate your moods, and improve sleep. CBD works by interacting with a person's endocannabinoid system to keep your body in balance. Visit thewellnesslabstore.com and begin your journey to a life of better health. Safe for all ages and your pets with no psychotropic effects. Contact us today, thewellnesslabstore.com.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Yeah, 2 little ones.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe. We're talking Restorative Monday. We've got Dr. Lee with us from Boca Acupuncture Clinic. And you're here, what, about once a month?
Yes,
And
every 3-4 weeks.
How long are you in town for?
For 4 or 5 days.
All right, so you're going to want an appointment. I'm just telling you, ladies.
Wait a minute, where's she going?
She goes back to Boston.
It's 12 degrees in Boston.
It's so cold.
And they're having a cold front. You're gonna have 14 feet of snow.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna come?
No, it's gonna stay.
That's why she's
It's
gonna
called-
stay here.
It's called Boston in the winter. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, and what part of Boston?
It's in Metro West.
That's exactly where the snow's going.
Right there, right over her office.
Right over your office.
When it will come?
Any minute now. It will end in March.
Give us a call, 888-565-1470. Lynette, Freddie, we actually both were away on the same weekend, and I forgot to recharge mine, so it made it halfway through the trip, which was amazing. Freddie had his on the airplane. I had mine on the airplane too. Everything. The Airbiotics?
Yes, I had it on the plane, right? So I'm putting it on. Linda thinks that it is like, you know when a sanitary for washing your hands?
What kind of is?
Yeah, I know, but she had me do the chair, everything around me.
Your
You know
wife?
what? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm putting everything everywhere.
Yeah.
So there's this lady, and she goes to me, "Sir, what are you doing?" And I says, "I'm airbioticing me." She says, "Really? What is that?" And I say, "Here we go." I said, "Would you like to try it?" Sort of cleans the air. So she's doing the trays, the chair, everything.
Would you like some?
And then the lady next to her. The next thing I know, it goes down the plane and comes back, and everybody's doing this.
I should have loaded you up with supplies.
Oh my God, you're not kidding.
But people, I think, Lynette, these make amazing stocking stuffers.
Yes.
They make amazing holiday gifts, Secret Santas. They're good for everything. And they're small. You can also get Federico. Where's Federico, Freddie?
He's right here.
Oh, he's right in front.
He's right next
for
to
a room
the
diffuser. But this is so easy to keep in your pocket, in your purse. Everyone's so germaphobe. I'm so germaphobe that I take this with me everywhere.
You
to
are
the
a germ-
gym,
you know, you're a
to
germaphobe.
everything. I really am.
Yeah, but you should take this with you.
No, that's the yoga mat spray.
Yes.
Only if I'm on my yoga mat.
No, you can put this on equipment too when you go to the gym.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming with me now today.
You should have that because do you know what you're a germaphobe. Do you know where the biggest germs are?
The gym.
When you go to the bathroom, where do you think the biggest germs are?
Where?
The handle when you're coming in and out.
Oh, I
Right?
always use a paper towel.
Yeah, but you're putting your face in gym equipment that
I
has
know.
the same bacteria.
Well, mats are the worst because anything that's more absorptive in nature, like say those Bosu balls or like
what kind of balls?
The Bosu balls.
Or
Yeah.
those sit-up balls and all the mats and stuff. The more absorptive the material, the more germs it's gonna harbor
It's everywhere.
because it
But
gets trapped.
Everyone needs to get their Airbiotics. It's Airbiotics, BIOTIX zone.com. We also have them here in the gallery. If you want to purchase yours, you can contact Lynette. But I'm telling you, everyone needs this little handy dandy handheld device.
I was telling you, I was on 2 flights, one going and coming, and I ran out. They wasted my liquid.
They didn't waste it, they used it.
They used
You
it.
shouldn't have been charging for use.
There you go.
So everybody was, no, my biggest mistake was done at the beginning of the flight. So by the end of the flight, 2 hours later, it evaporated as to how to get it. I should have had like a card or something, how to order it. That's lesson learned on that.
Keep a card for it.
Keep a card. You give out 50 cards. You go.
But for the holiday season, it's the most amazing gift to have. And I never thought about taking this for the equipment. Just put it on a rack, I guess,
Everything.
and wipe everything down.
I'll be doing holiday bundles too, with special discounts and stuff for.
I think a bundle would be kind of cool.
Yeah, because you need it in your room, and you need a mobile device, or even in your car. So you know how dirty the air in a car is.
It's horrible.
It's disgusting. And dust.
My car's disgusting.
It's the dust. It's everything. Everybody needs it. So you'll let us know what's going on with the holiday bundles on Airbiotics. Let us know. We can get you yours as well. We've got Dr. Lee. We're talking acupuncture, restorative acupuncture. I know we do a lot of hormone therapy on air. We talk about a lot of different things, but to be able to restore your hormones without taking a synthetic hormone, I think is amazing. It's a gift, right?
Don't men go through the lack of hormones as well? Don't they have
Sure.
like a menopause, men menopause?
I don't
It's
think
called
you have a lack of
andropause. Andropause.
What's it called?
Andropause.
Yeah, andropause, yes. That's a thing?
Yes, and usually it happens around like 60, 65
Really?
years old.
So I haven't had an andropause yet.
Yeah, because
You got some
you're
time.
I got
eating
time.
healthy. But now it happens
You're going to be
earlier.
60 one day. It
Now
happens
it-
earlier.
Yes.
What are you talking about? Am I in the andropause? How do you know you have andropause?
You have hot flashes,
Never
night
get that.
sweat,
Never get that either.
and you have impotence, erection.
Erectile dysfunction.
And the similar things as women have, and you have anxiety, you lose your muscle mass. And
Holy smokes,
the
I'm in
most
trouble. I
important
have so
thing-
much to look forward to. Who the hell wants to live to 60?
So that's why we need to cut down alcohol, because
What if I don't drink and all that happens? Then I'm really in trouble.
then you need to cut down sugar, because sugar.
Honey, I can't cut it down any further. I don't even take sugar.
Well, see, there's the upside of being a diabetic.
No, there is no upside. Did you hear what she said? Impotency.
Well, you don't. She said
Depression.
cut back. That's just being a man.
That's just being a man.
That's just being a man. That has nothing to do with your diabetes.
Ouch. Did you hear that, Maverick? Look what you got looking forward to. You in 50 years.
But the beautiful thing is when a man and a woman age together,
Yes.
you go through it at the same time.
No, because a man has to live with a woman's menopause. You ever notice a man doesn't complain about his menopause? Andropause. Andropause?
Because they're told not to.
You're still not.
I can't hear
Men
you.
can't complain.
Men are told not to? You gotta talk into that mic.
Yeah,
Turn
they're
on her mic.
kind of told not to. They're told growing up not to express any sort of like pain, or if they do, it's like you're acting like a little girl, or like you can't.
Where the hell did you come from?
What do you mean?
I'm in pain. I'm gonna complain. What do you mean I ain't gonna complain?
You never complain.
I complain.
But Dr. Lee can help with weight loss. There's so many things. Menopause, you talked about prostate cancer, different cancers. You can help regulating hormones.
Yes, and the thing is that if men can produce more testosterone to counteract the estrogen, so you need a lower level of estrogen. So losing weight, cut down the sugar, because the more fat you have in the belly, the more estrogen you have.
You know, Doc, not for nothing, but the only place I have fat is in my belly.
Most
what the
men.
hell is that?
That's cortisol.
Yes.
What the hell's that?
Because the stress.
I got a lot of that.
Stress break down the
That I
muscle.
could sell like a carton of eggs.
So you need to meditate, and you need acupuncture to break.
And tofu.
My belly go down. And tofu.
Yes.
I love tofu with Chinese food.
We haven't tried the meditation tofu thing with you yet.
Meditate on tofu. I'm not gonna eat this damn thing. I can do that. Are you serious? This is cortisol?
Yes, the cortisol, high level of cortisol break down your muscle, and then the protein in the muscle will be broken down into sugar and redeposit in the belly area.
My protein is breaking down to sugar too, Doc.
From
You're killing
stress.
me.
Yes.
You're killing me, Doc.
So
there
we
is
need
nothing left to eat. I can't eat chicken. I can't eat fish, I found out.
You can eat fish.
No, vegan says I can't eat
But you're not vegan.
This hen is.
Why are you not eating fish?
Because they said the fish in the waters are polluted.
Because there's so much mercury and stuff in them.
Now, let me tell you something. You want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
My daughter yesterday went to dinner. She puts on this show about Fukushima in Japan.
Yeah.
Did you see what's going on there?
Yes.
Okay.
Wanna
They have
share?
decided to tell the public it's safe to go back to Fukushima, right? So people go in there and they have Geiger counters. It is 20 times worse than Chernobyl, which has nobody going to it. 20 times worse. That the people that went there had to leave because the Geiger counters were going so rapidly up. So fish go into the ocean, they come over here and they get caught there.
True.
So they told me not to eat fish. What the hell am I gonna eat?
Tofu.
I think in moderation, anything is fine. I mean, you know, your body has a great ability to detoxify stuff naturally.
To do what?
Detoxify.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your body, given the right nutrients and stuff, as long as things are in check, will detoxify most things. Now, to overburden it and eat it like every day is not such a good thing.
So you can cleanse your liver with acupuncture and dandelion green tea.
What kind of green tea?
Dandelion green.
Dandelion, like a flower?
Tea. Yeah, it's a dry herbal tea.
Or milk thistle herb.
Yeah.
Milk who?
Milk thistle, and then there's like magnesium, calcium, vitamin C.
Magnesium,
They're all
I take.
natural chelators, DMSO.
Well, let me
There's a lot
ask
of
you
stuff.
about detoxifying your liver. Would that help with liver disease, the dandelion green tea?
Yes, if you can digest. Sometimes it's a little bit irritating to the stomach, but if you do that in moderation.
Now let me ask you. They told me the pancreas is the problem, which leads to the problem to the liver when you're a diabetic. Is that true?
Yeah, pancreas, you know, the produce the insulin, and so that's one problem. But the liver is even more important because you have insulin. If you don't have sufficient insulin, you can supplement with insulin. But if you lose your liver function, and then you can only do the liver transplant, which is the surgery, not very mature the surgery. I mean, in America, I have patients survived for 2 to 10 years after liver transplant, but still after liver transplant, your body just changed. You have so many medications, you develop different kind of issues, diabetes and heart attack and neuropathy with old medication in order to keep this liver function. So that's why we try to avoid medication, even like painkiller, like anti-inflammatory, or the statin drug is the one which really compromised the liver function. I don't know if you take it.
Are you still on your statin?
They increased my statin. You know, I had to go see her because I don't know, did I share this with you? My A1C came back at 6.1. And my cardiologist looked at all my tests and she had to call other doctors to make sure that that was the same person that came in 3 weeks prior. Because everything was lower. Everything went into unbelievable. I mean, I tell you about this. So I do take a statin, but I don't take it every day because it bothers me.
Yeah.
Well, could you help Freddie? Can you help him with diabetes? Can you help statin, all of these things through acupuncture?
Yeah, I think we can do acupuncture, we can do herbs. It's all kind of related with your digestion. So if you're going to eat carbs, maybe first eat some vegetables and then eat a little bit of carbs. That way you won't absorb the carbs so fast. It's when your sugar shoots up.
That's a good point. And you know something, Linda, make sure I eat salads. I'm eating, what's that leafy thing?
Yeah,
Hopefully not romaine because that's
Not
been
romaine,
recalled.
that's
Okay.
been recalled. The other one, spinach. Romaine's been recalled.
But also, if you put a vinegar on there, it's going to help the glycemic index anyway.
Yes.
So whenever you add vinegar, it automatically increases helps the glycemic index.
Can I just take a shot of booze?
But the amazing thing is you can
Only
go get
vinegar.
acupuncture and she can help restore so many things. Hormones and balance. You can lose weight. It can help with digestion.
But how do I get off the pills? How do I get off the statin? How do I
So
get
you
off?
use herbs and acupuncture to change your metabolism. So if you do acupuncture regularly or Chinese herbs, and then it will bring the energy to your pancreas, to your thyroid. So when you eat a meal, instead of stored as a fat in the fat cells, you actually produce more energy, more heat. So you have more energy to burn, and you have so you don't store that. So you lose the fat cell, you lose the bad estrogen. So that's how we
Interesting.
try to help. And eventually, it would be good to lower the statin drug dosage, and because there's a lot of side effects, especially at the liver.
I thought you stopped the statins.
No, she changed it. She went to a statin that I used to take in New York, and but I'm gonna go see her in January. I'm gonna get off.
It means
all
you've been on them for a long time.
I have been because my cholesterol, which there's a whole different animal science to this thing, how to read it. And I don't want to get into that right now, but yes, I will be off my statin come January. Watch.
Your statin and your insulin?
Yes, that's the game plan.
That'd
I've
be-
had a hard time with the insulin because of the holidays. I gained 5 pounds, which now I gained 3 pounds because I lost 2 more. And And you're right. It's all about exercise and moving. And unfortunately, my schedule makes me work till 10 o'clock, which tonight I work till 9:30.
I know, it's crazy.
So
But-
you can eat earlier dinner to prevent the blood sugar goes up. So you split your dinner, right? You eat like 5, 6 o'clock, and then by 9, 10, if you're hungry, just eat some tofu. And
Qué cosa, Dios mío.
Tofu
Oh
and
my God.
avocado.
Avocado.
I can't eat. A diabetic shouldn't eat avocado because it's high in sugar.
What? No, avocado is a good oil. It's good for neuropathy. It does not increase your cholesterol.
Good for inflammation, good for the brain.
They tell me it's high in sugar and carbs.
No, high in good oil.
Yeah, monounsaturated
Yeah.
fatty acids like olive oil.
I'm going to ask Chef this week to bring in some tofu and avocado for
Oh
you.
Lord! One day I ordered broccoli and chicken on
That's
a plate
good.
from China, right? From
Yeah.
Chinese, and they brought me tofu instead of the chicken.
So good, right?
And I ate it, and I said, you know, this is a really funky chicken. So I called him, what kind of chicken are you eating? I didn't know what tofu. That was my world introduced to tofu.
Yes, and it's not too bad once you get used to
It's
it.
not too good either, Doc.
It's funny that you still ate it.
Yes.
What's that tell you?
Yeah.
I went into almost eat almost
Texture,
anything.
I mean.
But it's good. I mean, you know, recover. My nephew needs to recover and change his way of life. My other cousin, Juji, has the cancer in the prostate, and he makes it sound like he's supposed to because his father had it, his brother had it. I said that's not the way this works. So he had the chemo, which is now in him, and now he's beginning to try to get that chemo out of him. And people don't understand how this whole function works. So I'm gonna have your number. I'm gonna give it to them to see if they call. I mean, I can only tell them.
But genetically, isn't there a link between prostate cancer and breast cancer?
And colon cancer.
And
Yes.
I know women have breast, men, and they don't have prostates. But genetically, in a family,
Yeah.
they look at those genetic markers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only 20 to 30%. So you have another 70% you can control.
Right.
So
That's
you-
lifestyle.
Yes.
I think that if you did this stuff, if you started early, it's like you know, using a little gadget. It's like using this. If you do this at your ages, then at the same time you're gonna grow doing it, because it's the act of doing that people are lazy about doing it. That's really what it
It's
comes down
about
to.
preventative instead of getting in front of the disease instead of after the disease.
That's right.
state.
Don't wait till you get sick and decide, what am I doing to fix it?
I know.
And I'm telling you for a fact because I know what I'm living through. Like to be around a few years. I want to see Gio's kids and their kids' kids and whatever.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It'd be really kind of cool.
Pop up. Let's go to commercial break. Give us a call, 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
It's not a touch.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening, to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net for all of your floral event needs, large or small. Call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
They're very busy trying to fix my Airbiotics over here. By the creator, she's fixing it for me.
She's fixing it?
She's fixing it.
I haven't eaten today, so my hands
You
are a
can't
little
see it.
What is it, to put it back in?
To put the stopper back in.
Yeah, give it to me. I got the perfect person.
I got it.
You can see it?
No, I know how to do it.
No, someone else is going to do it.
Hey.
We got to get you some food here, Lynette.
I know. I was hoping you guys had food here today.
We've had some hot sauce.
Usually I come in, there's all kinds of food.
Next time she's going to bring some tofu.
Yes.
And
avocado.
Tofu and avocado.
Yes.
How do you
I
make
don't
your
eat
tofu?
anything right now. I'm not
Avocado is so good.
Did you get it on?
No, actually, is that this way?
We're going to figure this all out.
Yeah, I think this.
I think Jaja can figure that out.
Yeah, I give it to Jaja.
Like
He puts
this
it on
way.
all the time.
Oh.
This way.
It just slides in. We're talking about restorative acupuncture. Now we just have to figure out how to put the cap back on my Airbiotics handheld machine. When are your holiday bundles coming out, Lynette?
I'm going to try to get them online today, I think.
And what are you bundling?
It's going to be a Bax and a Mister.
Okay. And that's going to be how much?
I'm thinking right now it's going to be like probably $15 off.
Oh, that's a great deal.
Yeah, so.
Did anything happen with the vets, the lady from the veterans?
You know what? Sherry just had, she was traveling and then she had foot surgery last week. So I emailed her today because I wanted to give her a little time to recover and hopefully I'll be meeting up with her soon.
Yeah, I'd like to bring her back on set.
Talk about going to the hospital. I've been there a lot lately. So I bring my heart. I want to bring my Airbiotics. They must think I'm crazy when I walk in the hospital.
Yes.
I've got all of these alternative healing modalities.
Well, everybody
but
thinks
you
you're
got
not
to
normal, not that you're crazy.
But you got to do it, right? You have to protect because this Airbiotics.
Thing is cracked off this morning.
Oh, and now it's cracked. I'll have to get another one.
No, the other one. You know the little hook thing?
I had a little hook
Yeah,
thing.
That's what it is. Little hook thing.
There's so much going on in the hospital, and the Airbiotics helps. You said kill MRSA.
Yes, it helps. It actually reverses the genome and eradicates it within 3 days.
I mean, think about that.
So
What's
let
going
me-
on in the
so
hospitals?
So let me get this right. Was Linda correct when she's putting it on furniture, the air, her hands, her face, everywhere? It's killing the bad bacteria of
Yes,
food?
the thing is broken. Well, it doesn't kill it. Over 3 days, it starves it, basically.
So you have to do it 3
So
days
it's
on a
protecting-
plane?
Well, what's doing is it's lining your nose. No, because immediately it lines your nose and takes, what it does is it eats pollen, dust mites, and dander, which are allergens, common allergens that we breathe in, have all over us, but they actually feed on it. So unless there's food in there, they're not able to inoculate.
So if I'm in a plane,
It's protective
sitting in a-
veil, like a
you
shield.
can put a veil on. Do you put it on the furniture and all that around you?
Yeah, put it everywhere.
Put it everywhere.
What I'm saying is that it continues to clean for 3 days afterwards. which is the good part about it. So it goes deep, it penetrates deep, and continues for 3 days.
Even when you take a shower and everything, it stays with you.
Well, once it's absorbed, yeah.
It's an amazing product.
Now let me ask you, can we put like a little gizmo, like where you sleep, right? And you put it on the wall, and it shoots out.
Yes, she has that.
A mister, like.
She has it for the
I have
air
it,
conditioner.
Yeah, a wall one. I have a wall unit. I have one for an HVAC system.
Really? You have
Yeah.
one for the wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's actually up to 1,000 square feet. It's programmed to go out 4 times a day, so there's a constant infusion.
So that can go like in a bathroom.
Yeah.
You can even go into a small apartment and you think about 1,000 square feet.
Right, an office, anywhere really.
It could go right here. We could fill this whole room.
Because sometimes it gets really yucky.
Well, that's why we've got the Airbiotics. We got Federico. I've got the little handheld. I have to, his stick got wet. I got to put a new dry stick in him, dry him out. I know.
Can't you just use a hair dryer and dry them out?
For mold restoration too, like mold is a big allergen, right? A lot of people are allergic to mold, and everywhere in South Florida, especially a room like this has no windows. So you're more susceptible to mold whenever there's no sunlight in the room, right?
Really?
So.
Did you know that? We live in a moldy environment?
South Florida is terrible.
This room.
Well, this room I don't think has mold. You're going to scare everyone.
No, everywhere has small, minute amounts of everything. You know, there's dust, there's just stuff in the air. And that's why when we're inside for a long time, we start feeling really groggy or tired.
It's true. That's why you have to go outside, right?
Right.
Why? Because there's mold?
No, because there's tons of stuff floating around in the air that we don't see. You
just got to go outside.
I need to come in here with my air tester. I have an air tester.
Oh my gosh.
Do you? Let's test the
I
air.
can come in and do it.
And she's got like a big fumigator that we can come in and we can airbiotic
I have
everything.
my fogger.
Defogger.
I actually just, so my dogs stay at Grandpa's Resort, and the lady loves it, so she's putting it all through her place, and she had my fogger, so she's going to fog the dogs as they come
dog
in now
fogger.
because they're full of dander, right? So it actually helps the health of their skin and coat.
I need that for my cat.
You should be spraying your cat with
I
this
should.
stuff.
I should dunk him in this liquid.
You put in your air conditioning, you have that smell in your house
Or even
sometimes.
for
You
their
can't get rid
ears
of
and
it.
eyes, like all that stuff. You can make wipes with the liquid for their ears and eyes and stuff.
We need a whole lesson on what we can do with
Yeah.
this stuff.
I know. We need a class on this stuff. Very complicated
So
stuff.
you take what you put in the mister or in the...
Yeah, I mean, you could just use the mister and spray around the ears and stuff.
I did until the Creator just broke mine. Now I got to get a new one.
You broke
I
it?
see what happened. Whoever did this, the little piece is actually inside the window. See that little thing?
That would be Dawn.
No, it was working fine a few minutes ago.
That would be you. You cut it off in there.
No, I don't think so. I get a new one. It's all good. As long as I have it with me at all
You use
times.
this thing 10 times a day.
It's
Are you
really
supposed
amazing.
to use it 10 times a day?
I use it
I'll
2 or
switch
3.
with her. I'll have a less pretty one. It's okay.
I use it 2 or 3 times a day. I
No,
use
you
it
don't.
all the
No,
time.
you don't.
And the downside was when I lost its charge when I was on vacation.
Yeah.
I did great, and when I came back, my skin erupted in breakouts.
Yeah.
You use it like 24/7. When you're sitting here, every commercial break.
Well, it's used for acne in Europe. That's who uses it.
Really?
It makes a huge
Yeah, it's
difference.
for pregnant women and adolescents because it's so safe. So that's what they use for acne.
It made a huge difference. I was really bummed out that I didn't have the charger with me when I went on vacation
Yeah.
because
It has a charger?
30 seconds of prevention and a week of fixing the mess afterwards. It's like
You are
eating
so
wrong
complicated.
food.
You got a tofu.
I love the tofu thing because you know what? There were so many studies that had said women should stop eating tofu. You should stop drinking soy milk because it's increasing your estrogen. And now you're saying that the studies are changing.
Yes, I think the phytoestrogen is actually beneficial because the bad estrogen called estradiol or the environmental pollution caused
a bad estrogen.
yeah, there is a bad estrogen, there's a good
Oh,
estrogen.
Lord.
So the weak phytoestrogen actually prevent from the stronger estrogen to stimulate the body,
So
the,
you have like estrogen receptors in tissue, like your prostate lining, the breast. And what happens when you have a lot of phytoestrogens, it weakly binds the same receptor so that bad estrogen cannot hook on there and increase proliferation or growth of cancer cells.
And you know what else it does? It just makes you happier.
Yes.
Very simple. Acupuncture makes you happier. It's so easy and it's not a pill, right? It's not, you're not putting in anything synthetic. You're not taking an antidepressant. If you're on it, stay on your antidepressants. I'm just saying, not putting in synthetic hormones. You can go to Dr. Lee, she tunes you up and you're just happier. You just feel balanced and restored.
Are you going to give out like a coupon, or not a coupon, but like a Christmas package?
yes, if come before the new year, maybe like 10% off.
Well, you should put something together. That way
Yeah.
we can put it on the air and tell people, you know, I mean, it's a great idea to give help.
I
Think
would
about
love
it.
you to go. You've never been, right?
You can let me to go.
I would love you to go and try
What's up
it.
with your fingers?
I would love you to try it.
I would try it.
Reducing the stress and
I don't know if that's
the
going to work,
important-
Doc, because in my life, stress is like a 24/7.
Yeah, but
In
so
everyone's
that's why
life.
you need to meditation every day, acupuncture maybe every 2-3 weeks. Because
Everyday meditation.
Yes, you gotta bring down the stress every day. Otherwise, it will break down your muscle, the cortisol, and make your skin look older.
I'm aging. I'm aging by the second.
Do you remember the first time she came on, she looked at your tongue from across the room?
I said, what the hell is she looking at my tongue for?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we need to see the digestion. You need
Stick
to
your tongue
improve
out.
the digestion.
Stop it. We're in the air here.
And the circulation.
Circulation, I can tell you, from the waist down, because I sit a lot is the problem. Remember that thing you told me to try to sleep more and lay down more? I try to do more of that.
Yes.
But I got to find a chair like a cracker or something that I can sit and my legs are.
A chair like a cracker?
Yeah, you ever seen those chairs that they sell? It's like all bent.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get,
What
like
kind of crackers are you
like
eating?
A cracker. No, it's a chair and your legs are up higher. You know
Anti-
what I'm
an
talking about.
anti-gravity
You should get a love
chair.
sack.
A what?
A love sack. Have you
Oh,
seen
we
those
should get a love
beanbag
sack, a
chairs? They
beanbag
come with
chair.
ottomans.
We should get one in here.
I knew,
Very comfy.
my daughter had one of those and somebody sat on it and exploded. True story. I love sack. That's what
Oh,
it's called.
Lord.
I love Sack beanbags. Dr. Lee, where can people find you? You're here for the next couple of days. Get your appointment now. Schedule it.
Yes, we can do the consultation after April 2019. I will be here most of the time. So I moved from Boston to Boca. And if you want to start it like a New Year resolution to see how we can balance the hormone, reduce the stress, and we can do a consultation. And when you're ready, we can start it, doing the treatment, or you can start it a supplement or changing your diet according to different kind of condition you have.
What's your phone number?
It's 617-817-1910.
Now, are you booked up in the 5 days? Are you seeing clients here, or are you taking some time off? What are you doing?
I think here it's not too busy, so I have the time to talk to people.
This
And,
week.
Yeah, but
So take
Boston is
advantage.
yeah.
Take advantage. Go for a consultation and just do it.
Yep, because she runs out of time, and then you'll never get to see this one.
I'm telling you, it will change your life. And Dr. Lynette, the Airbiotics?
Yeah, you can go online, or you're seeing here at Statium at Glavidia Salon right now in Pineapple Grove too, and infiltrating Lee's clinic. So it's a couple places you can get it, or go online, www.airbioticzone.com, AIRBIOTIXZONE.com.
And check for the holiday bundles.
And if you're at the airport, watch out for me, because I'm going to take a box of 50. I'm going to sell them all that.
Have a great Cyber Monday, everyone. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracasa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.